What up? What up? What up? It's the serious celibate. Place your love in yourself before you ever place your love in somebody else. Self love is often the solution. Also, your self talk. So, day five. Day five. It's 2026. I started on the first day five. Okay. I just want to talk about what y'all want me to talk about. A lot of y'all. I've had a lot of runs with SR. I even have past videos from 4 years ago on YouTube that I can show y'all. But let's talk about it. The topic: semen retention and women attraction. All right. If you go on SR, it will be easier to attract women. Some people want to talk about pheromones or whatever. Um, But I just want to talk about it from a more mental and spiritual perspective because my channel isn't, I want to talk about the physical benefits, but I want to take it a step further and always stress the mental and spiritual benefits, right? Like the only way that I'm going to get, I think my goal right now is this year, is to get over 3 months. I ain't trying to be no weenie, as some people would say, but yes, let's be serious as well. I ain't trying to be no weenie, but bro, if I break my streak, um, I'm not gonna be tripping over it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, right? Like if in a year, let's say I release once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, but I only did it 3 times, bro, that's better than some guys who are meat beaters. You meat beaters, Brada Hobie, he did it 7 times in a day. Bro, if I did that, I'd feel so drained, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't be laying the pipe, but like a plumber, y'all be draining, your pipe. And it's just like, bro, that ain't right for me. If that's what y'all want to do that. If you want to release every day, if you want to smoke every day, do that. That's not the type of life I want to live. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because if you want to be a meat beater, cool. But over here, bro, we are warriors, we are gorillas. And yes, when you're on SR, there is more women attraction in a sense. But let's break it down to the basics, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Me and women, it's not something that I'd be tripping over, which helps me be able to do SR a little easier. But I still love women just like any other, straight man. And when you're on SR, it is something I find in the first week. If you've never really felt women attraction, you will definitely most likely see a difference. But let's talk about the basics. Like, are you taking care of yourself physically? You don't have to be deezed and shredded. Like, I know that I've had times where I'm pretty deezed and shredded, you know, like diamond cheese shredded, bro, and yeah, it can help you with women, but the biggest thing that's going to help you with women is this thing called your frame. And a lot of things that have to do with women are parallel to what's going on in your life. Basics like you are a product, you bring yourself to a market, there is supply and demand. For the most part, women are not buying. Men are trying to buy from women, So women are almost like sellers, right? And you guys are buyers, and there's demand for their supply. But the thing about women is that they can be chilling and they're always going to get attention, okay? And then what happens with a lot of guys is that they're going towards women, they're going towards women. And when you're younger, we've all been there. You want to go chase the kitty cat. You know what I'm saying? But then when you start to grow, because I like to use the word grow, look, you got to get to a point where you realize that a lot of things in life is about you making sure that the product is right with the proper marketing instead of going with a subpar product and trying to chase after buyers. It's just the basics of life. Women in dating, a lot of parallels in business, a lot of parallels in training, a lot of parallels in a lot of things, sales, interviews. For the most part, a lot of it is about as a man. volume, putting in reps, and it's about shooters shoot, right? At a basic level. If you have a halfway decent product, you still got to go out there. If your product is not that good, work on your product. So step one, make sure that you are at least a decent product. Then step two is learning how to go out there. You know, if your product is not that good, you're gonna attract cheap, low quality buyers that probably give you a headache, but you'll make a little bit of money. If your product is good, it'll be easier to acquire better buyers. And if you are a high quality product with good marketing, the buyers will come to you. And I'm saying that because SR definitely helps you attract more women, but it's about understanding what is frame. It's about understanding that you should be attracting things into your life, not chasing it. SR will help you attract more money, will help you attract more women. But when it comes to women, yes, I found that SR definitely helps me attract more women, or I believe in quality over quantity when it comes to many things. So if I don't attract more, the attraction that I get from women is just a higher intensity. Now, if you're a guy that doesn't have a great product, SR might help you experience more attraction from women. But the key is you still need to make sure your product is better. And how do you make sure your product is better? Basic things like taking better care of yourself, taking better care of your body. Like they say, if you can take care of your hygiene, your style, and your physique, you're already doing really good in terms of, not really good. You're doing better in terms of, attraction in everyday life. Not just women, just like people look at you like, this guy looks like he takes care of his hygiene, his physique, and his style. Like you just wanna, be able to not look like you need it and you're trying hard, but it's just basics. But then what happens after that is, what's really important in life is your frame. And frame is basically, are you in a buyer or seller frame? And it's easier to be in the frame of, hey, I have a good supply. I am a seller in a sense. When you take good care of your mental and spiritual, or you're just nonchalant, that helps a lot. Cool, calm, and collected. And it comes back down to this: you can't need things or want things to a point where you put them above you and you pedestalize things. And I think what happens with SR is that you start to realize, you know what, man, if I'm not going to do any PMO, pornography, masturbation, orgasm, you got to learn how to just chill out. The worst thing is being on SR and having a bunch of lustful thoughts and then looking at girls like, do they want me? Am I getting women attraction? Because your emotions are gonna be magnified on SR sometimes, but you learn more self-control and you learn how to be chill, which goes back to the mental and spiritual benefits, because you get to a point where you're like, okay, if I'm not gonna go outside, we outside. If I'm not gonna go outside and try to seek, well, whatever's gonna come towards you, especially when you walk around like, man, I'm on this many days of SR and I'm taking care of myself, it's a whole different energy you're putting out. So yeah, SR helps with your attraction of women just naturally if you're holding in your seed, bro. But the best thing that you could do, whether you're on SR or not, is change the frame that you're in, right? And if we gotta go back to the basics is, again, make sure your product is halfway decent, then go out, see who wants your product, then come back, you're gonna learn it's about marketing. And so making sure your product is decent is things like your hygiene, your physique, your style. But what's the next, levels is making sure you have a good frame. And then things like marketing, what's your online presence like? What's your social circle like? Because that will help women pre-select you if they see that, women gotta see, without you telling them, that you have a certain type of value, whether it's monetary, whether it's socially, whether it's skills. And the thing about SR is that if it's not about monetary, socially, or skills, they're just gonna be like, this guy does not need me. And there's also the fact that you're holding in your seed. But again, you can attract women that are like succubus. And we all know what that is, guys. This is 2026, so, some of these women just want to drain your energy. But I'll tell you what, bro. If I'm going to the gym in a wife beater, because I'm not a meat beater, and bro, I'm getting that good pump, and I'm just not looking at no shorties, bro. You'll notice one thing: these shorties try to work out right beside you. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll come closer to you. So sometimes too, if you just mind your business, but you know you're that, women can tell. So I'm gonna talk a lot about women attraction. I don't want to make my videos too long. I'm trying to make them shorter. But just know, bro, like yeah, women attraction on SR is real, but it's more about like you'll start to learn how to work on the basics if you do SR a certain way. Because it's like, bro, again, SR is like a piggy bank. Instead of spending your money releasing, now you can just invest in yourself. The energy within you is circulating. And then you're gonna probably learn more about your frame. You're gonna start to understand that this reality is a fallacy because you think that you don't understand that your perception is reality and your perception will change on this art. You gotta understand that there's levels to this getting women stuff. I've gotten enough women to tell you that. But also I am like 6'4". And I've been in pretty decent shape. I understand Riz. I was out there learning from my OGs, putting up shots, cause shooters shoot. But yeah, bro, SR is definitely gonna, help you with women attraction. I'm gonna go into it a little bit deeper, but I don't want to say too much. So this is day 5. Another thing I want to say is you don't want to look at if you want to go for like a decent amount of time with SR. My goal is to go at least 3 months this year. If I go to 1 month, 2 months, my job isn't, and then something happens, I want to go at least 3 months. But I'm pretty sure I could do it all in one go, and then maybe go for 6 months, 12 months, whatever. But I will say that the thing about SR as well is, bro, I slept 4 hours last night and I'm still lit. But I'm not worried. My wife beat her today. I'm excited to go get to work because my dopamine is not focused on, smoking or like, whatever. I was never really that focused on women, but now I'm like, yo. So less lustful thoughts too helps, man. Like I'm telling you, bro, the benefits aren't just physical. It's mental and spiritual when you really put in the work. SR works for you when you put in work. It just increases everything. So yeah, women attraction on SR is real. I'll give you guys more stories because I got so many stories about it. But yeah, just back to the basics, you know what I'm saying? Man, I don't want to make this video too long. Not smoking, SR, didn't get too much sleep last night. I'm still lit, but I'm trying to, this video I just wanted to be more chill for you guys. Guys, let's go. Gorillas, man. Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself, guys. Talk to yourself with love. God is love. Find love within yourself. God is many things, but God is definitely love. All right? So women will come to you, don't worry, but it doesn't mean that just because they come to you that you gotta buy. You know what I'm saying? Have the best supply, and you can get the best supply in the market by working on the basics. You know what I'm saying? Understanding what frame is, understanding what your marketing is, what type of product you are. By the end of the day, just work on SR, work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk more about women attraction, but for now, guys, peace. Wish you guys the best. Have a good day. Crush it. It's Monday. Let's go.